be having throat issues, bro. I be forgetting this isn't TikTok. I was about to be like the live, guys, like the live. But I'm on my lunch break, that's why I'm going live, because I haven't gone live in a minute. And it's funny because I literally just told myself on the a couple lives ago, I was like, oh, guys, like, I'm gonna be going live every day. Like, y'all better watch the lives. And then, of course, it's like, I never went live. So, that's really funny. But y'all don't know how hard it is to stay consistent on this app when I gotta do stuff on TikTok too, because TikTok is where I be getting my brand deals from, right? But, like, this app, I'm not monetized on here yet, so I don't really give a fuck about this one. But the other one, yeah. But then they're saying that like TikTok was about to be banned like next year, I think. Like I think it said like next May, March, something like that. So I'm like, damn, like every time I be trying to make money on this app, it's about to get banned because of that stupid president that people voted for, unfortunately. Um, Camille's my middle name. Tia. Why did my name highlight when you said that? I don't know. But damn, I'm bored as fuck. Not really bored, but I got like how long? 20 minutes until my break is over. But yeah, I don't know. But I've been working so hard on TikTok trying to get like, free stuff and paid collabs and blah blah blah. So I get random packages sent to my house every day. But like people don't know that I'm not even monetized on YouTube yet because I have like 5,000 subscribers, but I fell off, so like my watch time was like all over the place. And in order to get monetized on YouTube, your watch time needs to be like 4,000 hours within 365 days, or um like a million shorts views or something like that. But I'm like, no. People be asking me, I'm like, no, I'm not monetized. I'm not making money off YouTube because I be forgetting to post on here all the time, right? Like, y'all be asking for videos, and I'm like, I don't know. But TikTok, that's like my app. I'm literally on TikTok 24/7, unfortunately, and it's like I'm addicted to it. So I don't know what they're gonna do when they change the app because I think next year in March or whatever, when they try to ban TikTok or whatever, they're gonna ban like the worldwide aspect of it. So basically, like, I guess the app is still gonna exist, but they're basically only limiting it to like USA people instead of like it being international because Trump don't want us to know what's going on in other countries and stuff like that, right? So we're basically gonna be cut off from the world, which is basically like is giving being in Russia. I don't know. I mean, the only stuff I get from TikTok is like random items. So basically, like when you're an influencer, you gotta get like, I think it's like 10,000 followers or 1,000. I don't know. Maybe it's 1,000, but you can like ask brands to send you stuff. So basically, like, there'll be random stuff on TikTok Shop, and then I go on there and I request something. I'll be like, oh, this shirt is cute, and then it says like apply for free sample, and then I apply for the free sample, and then they're supposed to send you the object for free. And then in return, you have to make a video about it. Obviously, like, basically like just advertising the product and telling people to buy it, whatever, whatever. But basically, I feel like the app now is oversaturated because basically everybody on there wants to be a creator. Same way how like everyone wanted to be a YouTuber and everything back in the day, right? But now I feel like less people watch YouTube just because TikTok exists. So people aren't really trying to become like a YouTube creator anymore. They're like you can literally go on TikTok, become a creator overnight, right? Because all you gotta do is post like 100 videos in a row. Some of them go viral, some don't, and then next thing you know, you got a following of people, and then you get famous and whatever, right? But in my terms of it, I mostly get like free stuff, like the stuff that I apply for, and some brands will like accept it or deny the request and whatever. But either way, I get like hella free stuff. I've probably gotten like I don't know. I didn't really start a while ago, but I started recently, and I've gotten like maybe like 120 different things for free, and it's like makeup, clothes, hair stuff, like random ass objects, skincare, like it's literally a whole bunch of stuff, right? So I'm at the point where I'm basically have like hella stuff that I need to make advertisements for, I guess, because obviously like if a company sends you free stuff and then you're supposed to post an ad for them within like 7 to 10 days or whatever, and then obviously people try to like scam the system and they try to just keep the free object, and I have done that a couple times. But if you just keep the object without doing the ad for the brand, then it's like your credibility like goes down or whatever. So sometimes I do that because it's been like so long and I have so much stuff to do, and I obviously work a real job myself. So I'll forget to do the advertisement for the brand, and it's like, oh, fuck that. But it basically just like lowers your chances of like getting more deals or something like that. I don't know. Kin apparel, yeah, I do. I bought stuff from Kin before, but that's like a real brand, I guess. But it's not necessarily like a super big brand. But I know they be looking for like models and stuff like that. Um, I don't know. It's mostly like, I'd say like kind of like undiscovered brands on TikTok Shop. Like it's like kind of unknown brands, or it'll be like Korean skincare, that type of stuff, to where it's like not a lot of people really know about it. So that's why they send influencers their product for free, and then we're supposed to make videos advertising the product, so that way people can hear about the brand and learn about it and then buy their stuff, right? And then when people buy the stuff from my link, I basically get like a commission from it. Like some brands will do like 10% commission or 20% commission, whatever, whatever. So there's obviously like more objects. Like if the objects give me 20% commission, obviously I'm gonna make like 10 videos with that object, rather than like some other thing where they only gonna give me like 10% commission or whatever. So basically I have gotten paid from TikTok. um that's like the product wise or whatever, but then they have another thing where it's like if you have 10,000 followers, you can apply to be in the creator program, and you basically have to make videos like this, how you're just talking to people about something, and you make like a 1 minute long video. It has to be over 1 minute, and then depending on how much views you get paid for that, right? So every time you see like a video on TikTok that has like 10 million views, they're not really getting paid a lot of money for that, because it's only like a 10-second video, right? But if someone's page is just like them talking for like a minute long on every single video they do, and they have over 10,000 followers, then yeah, they're probably getting paid for that. Especially if they're getting like thousands and hundreds of thousands of views and stuff like that. So you'll see creators on TikTok, they basically get rich overnight because they have a viral video, get a lot of followers, join the creator program, and then they start posting hella videos, bro. Like, so people were saying that you're making more from TikTok instead of like YouTube or whatever. So that's why people were like jumping on to be like a TikTok creator and all that stuff, right? But obviously, when Trump, like when they banned the app and when they're doing all this and removing people's accounts and whatnot, like people get mad because you're basically like messing up their money. Because imagine you don't have any like long-term goals to be like have like a real job or whatever. Like TikTok is not going to last forever, obviously, because we constantly hear about it getting banned. So that's why like you need to take your TikTok audience and you need to move it to another app. Like move it, tell all those people, be like, oh, go subscribe to my YouTube, I'll post videos on there too. Because I feel like a lot of these apps get like banned or removed over time, over the course of like 20 years, right? Like same with like MySpace and all those other apps or websites that got deleted now, right? So I feel like YouTube is gonna be more long term because that was like the first streaming site or whatever. So YouTube is gonna be something that is gonna last longer than all these other apps. So that's why people should be jumping on YouTube. But it is like extremely hard to get a following on YouTube. So that's why people be just starting TikTok and stuff. Yeah, some of my posts, like some videos I'll make on TikTok with for products and stuff, I'll post them on TikTok, but then I repost all of my stuff on YouTube because I kind of been slacking. I used to post like 3 shorts every day, and I used to have my like stuff scheduled on YouTube. But then I was like, what am I doing? Like, barely anybody be watching my shorts videos for real. So it's like whatever. So I kind of like low key stopped like reposting my TikToks on here. So it's like only occasionally I'll post a video on YouTube, like a shorts video and stuff. But I definitely gotta like get back on my long term content because in order to get monetized, you need to get like 100, not 100, like 4,000 watch hours within the span of a year. So within 365 days, you need to get like hella watch hours or whatever, right? So people don't realize how 4,000 hours that takes a long time to get, especially if you aren't posting every single day, right? Or if I posted like all of my content in 2024 and I have like 3,999 hours, and then a whole year goes by and I don't post any content, all those watch hours basically like expire into thin air because it's been 365 days. And then there goes all your watch hours, even though you needed like, 2 more hours or something, you still can't get monetized just because it's not in the 365 time span or whatever. So a lot of people don't realize how hard that is because obviously they always like move the goalpost or whatever. Um, because everyone's trying to be a YouTuber, so they're not trying to pay everybody unless you're actually consistent, unless you actually have an audience, blah blah blah. So they always make all these requirements harder and harder all the time. Um yeah, but usually like TikTok is my main source of like videos or whatever because it's like kind of easy to just hit the quick record button and then record like a 10-second video, post on TikTok, and then I take that, save that video, and then repost it on Instagram, repost it on YouTube, repost it on Lemon8, repost it on Facebook and Snapchat, everything like that, right? It's just way easier to just start the video on TikTok. When you give my money back, who are you, bro? Jeff the Rizzler. I don't know who that is. You hear this rain? Of course it has to start raining again when I gotta go back inside. And that's what I hate too about Trump or whatever. Like apparently he fired the people in charge of the weather app and like the weather in general or some shit like that, right? So now every time I check the app, it says like, oh, it's not supposed to rain all day, and then next thing you know, it rains like 6 times a day. Like what the fuck? And I gotta go back inside in like 10 minutes. So hopefully this stops in 10 minutes because it's not like I'm far from the door or whatever. But uh, uh, uh. But yeah, I've been slacking on YouTube because like posting, like obviously people only look for like editing on YouTube, like the quick edits and like the funny videos and blah blah blah. So people don't really watch like the sit down type of videos, but I like doing that because obviously I like just sitting here talking to myself, telling like story times and all that stuff. So it is hard because every video I do, I'm like, oh, I could easily edit this, make it into like an amazing type video, but then I'm like, I'm too lazy, first of all. Second of all, I don't want to do this, because who's going to watch it anyways? Because literally, I only have a couple of like actual viewers who actually like comment on my videos or they comment on the posts I make on here, stuff like that. So I'm like, why am I editing like a whole ass video just for like 5 people? Um, But yeah, that's the thing. I don't really have a lot of story times because my life is so boring. So I'm just like, eh. But I do have one that I gotta do. It might be a little bit long about when I went to the club for July 4th weekend, then we almost got kidnapped. So I gotta do that story time. Trump is a god for America. No, he's not, bro. Speaking of that, like, they do not assassinate like they used to. Like, what happened to all the people who used to assassinate presidents? Where are they? Like, damn. Um, but no, I usually do like sit down videos of like serious story times, or like my guy drama, my dating drama, whatever, or like I don't know, cause I don't want to like do videos and like talking about work and stuff, because I work at a daycare, and I feel like I don't know. I usually do videos after I leave the job so they can't fire me or whatever, like for like making fun of my coworkers and whatnot. Um, I don't know. It's just annoying. Funny stuff. But yeah, I gotta do that story time. And I gotta do a story time about how my other manager at JCPenney is a creep. I still gotta do that video. But that's gonna be like a long ass video, like an hour long video that I was supposed to be doing. I was supposed to do that like 3 years ago because I got like all the screenshots and shit like that. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I could do like work stories and stuff, but it's like I'd rather do that after I like leave the job. But like, and that's what I was gonna do like here on do my lives. Like after I worked a day at work, I was gonna like come on here and be like, oh my gosh, like this kid was being so annoying today, wouldn't listen, whatever. My manager was like blah blah blah, right? But then you gotta like, well, maybe my job doesn't care because I don't think they check social media and stuff like that, but more so like other jobs, like if you work like a government type job or whatever, they might check what you're posting and stuff like that. So that's why I've never really bothered like doing a day by day work like debrief type situation, because usually I send like what are they called, voice messages to my friend or whatever, and I'll be like, yeah, this is what happened at work, blah blah blah, and I just kind of like give him the quick rundown. He's like, damn, that's crazy, but I just like, just because I need to vent, right? So I'm like, I could easily just do this, go live and do a quick work debrief, right? But then the thing about lives is that people always join at random times, not just like from the beginning. So if I'm telling like a work story time, and I'm like, yeah, so first, I get to work, this shit happens, I clock in, my manager tells me, like, oh, blah, 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 and then blah, blah, blah. And then I'm going through the story time, and then people join the live, and then they're like, what's happening? What is she talking about? What's happening? And then I gotta, like, continuously re explain, like, what happened in the beginning and all that stuff. And I feel like that would annoy me, and then that would kind of, like, throw it off, because after I go live, I think that I don't know if people know this, but like the live video basically stays on your account, and they kind of like have it on your account as like a video or whatever. So if you didn't catch this live or like all my other past lives, you can literally just go on my account and go to like the live thing, and you could watch all of my lives as if it was live whole time. I did those like months ago, right? But it's like at least you won't miss anything because you could go back and watch it, right? So if I'm telling a story time, like my debrief about work, and then next thing you know, it posts to my account, and it's like a whole hour long, like an hour long live, and then somebody's trying to like listen to my work debrief, but I gotta keep going back and explaining the beginning part. They're gonna be watching a live like, what the fuck is this? Like, why does she keep going back and saying what's happening and blah blah, it's just a lot. um So yeah, it's just like some jobs check social media, but I feel like some don't anymore, simply because we're in like the day and age of technology. Um, so it just depends where you work for real. Uh, stuff. Oh gosh, but yeah, if I like sometimes I do go live and other times I don't, because sometimes I'm having like a hard day at work, so it's like I actually need to take my hour long break, because I always have to like eat my food too, or something. Sometimes I go and I get fast food if I don't like pack a lunch or whatever. But when I do pack a lunch, it essentially saves me 20 minutes because going to drive and somewhere and get food is ridiculous in this area that I work at because we're on like one side and then all the food is on the other side. But to get to the other side, you gotta like drive down a little bit. Like first, I gotta try and exit this parking lot, and then I gotta go over like 3 lanes, and then I gotta make a U-turn. Then I gotta go get food, and then I gotta wait in line for the food. Then I gotta drive back here. It's just like so much, right? So when I gotta go get food, it takes up like 20 minutes of my break right there, right? But today I pack lunch. All I gotta do is go warm it in the microwave for like 2 minutes, come out to my car, and then like that's it, right? So it saves me time, and then I finish eating within like 10 minutes. I can watch Netflix. That's what I did. I finished my show, and then I get on live. But at the same time, like this job is really like vocally taxing because all the kids are like really bad as fuck and they don't listen and stuff. So it's like you gotta constantly talk. You're talking all day, right? Because if I'm a teacher, I'm talking all day. I'm talking to the kids, I'm talking to the teachers, I'm talking to the parents, whatever, whatever. And then I get home, I gotta talk to my family, blah blah blah. And then that's why I stay locked up in my room for so long because I'm not trying to socialize with my family because I've been talking all damn day at work, right? Um. Oh wait, you're that Mao guy, the one with the that had the dog profile picture, right? That was who you are. I was like, who the fuck is this new fan? But you actually changed your profile picture to a real person now. That's crazy. Um, but yeah, no, I've been slacking on the meal prepping and shit. Um, like I think like literally all last week I was buying fast food and now I feel like all fat and slow. That's crazy. Because like obviously you are what you eat, and I'm now learning that, and I think I gained like, I gained 30 pounds since January, I think. So I just kind of feel extremely fat right now, even though like technically I'm not fat. I just kind of like not look. I mean, I look fat to myself, right? So I do. So basically, there's like 2 months until my birthday. So I'm trying to like actually work out every day until my birthday, obviously, and obviously that means like forever. Because I got my birthday in September, and then I got Halloween is in October, so I'm trying to look good for Halloween, even though I don't know what my costume is gonna be. Um, and then what else? I don't know. But then obviously, like I hate about going to the gym and working out is that you gotta continuously do it, or else you lose all the results. So that's why I hate that. Um, and then like by the time I get home, I'm tired from work, so all I do is like shower, eat, and get in bed, right? But I'm trying to like go home and exercise first before I shower, right? Exercise for at least 10-15 minutes, regardless if it's like doing some stretches, crunches, squats, whatever, because I don't like being fat, even though I'm not fat. I literally just look like I'm pregnant like 24/7, you know. But I'm pretty sure it's like a gut issue too, like something going on inside, like IBS, or I don't know what it's called, but I haven't gotten checked out in a while. So who the fuck knows what's going on? I could be dying with something internally or whatever, but I wouldn't know. I don't give a fuck. Um, but yeah, and then like when I get home, I don't want to cook either because cooking takes like a whole hour. Especially you gotta wait for the water to boil, and all I'd be cooking is like pasta and shrimp, pasta and chicken, pasta and something else, right? And obviously that's not good because I'm trying to lose weight, but here I am eating pasta every single day. So at this point, I'm like, damn, I might as well get fast food if I'm gonna be eating something unhealthy, because pasta is technically unhealthy, you know. And then I cook that for work. I meal prep it, eat it for work every day. I'm getting bored of that, and then I come home. I eat the same meal prep for dinner, so it's like constantly eating the same thing. So either way, it's like a lose-lose situation because I'm losing time to like rest and relax, but then at the same time I'm losing time because I just hate cooking in general and meal prepping and whatever. Um, but yeah, it's waking up early to do workout is crazy. Like, I barely wake up early for work anymore. Like, I'm supposed to get to work at 7:30. I be getting there at like 7:38 because I just wake up at the last second. I give myself 10 minutes to get ready. Like, I go potty, get dressed, put my makeup on, run out the door. I don't even eat breakfast anymore. Like, what the fuck, you know? Um, I'm not a morning person. And when I start hating a job is when I start showing up late and I stop caring because I don't want to be there to begin with, you know? So I kind of just like end up giving up, showing up early. That thunder is crazy, bro. And my tire has a nail in it, so I gotta go see if they could fix it on Saturday. And I got my eye appointment on Saturday. I'm supposed to be going to my friend's house on Saturday to go to the club and blah blah blah. It's just like too much going on. So I don't know. Just like mental exhaustion, physical exhaustion, all that shit. Goddamn. But now, as soon as I go back in, I basically have like 2.5 hours or 2 hours left to work basically. Because the kids' nap time is right now, but the last 2 hours of my job is the worst because the kids are just fucking annoying, and I'm pretty much just waiting for them to go home, and they won't leave because their parents are waiting till the last fucking second. But hopefully they leave early today because it is supposed to storm around like 4 o'clock because the kids start leaving like they start leaving like 3:30. But hopefully it's supposed to storm 4 o'clock, so hopefully the parents hurry up and get their fucking kids. Because last time it stormed, they were leaving hella fast. And I was like, yes, please, because I want to go home. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I might just literally have to change my whole routine and say, like, you know, fuck it. I'm tired of being fat. Let me get off my ass and let me, like, try and wake up, like, an extra 10-20 minutes so I could do exercise or whatever, right? So I could exercise twice a day, because obviously like a normal workout routine for normal people is probably like 20-30 minutes or an hour for those people who be like on the treadmill or on the stairs and shit. But I'm trying to do like something quick and easy, and obviously it's going to take longer to see my results. That's why I got to start now in order to be ready for September, you know? And technically I had all these years to exercise before I started gaining weight, but I'm like, fuck it. Yeah, no. Back to work, back to hell with these kids. I was about to say shitty kids. And I feel like that's low-key my worst fear, is that like a parent like is gonna find my account and be like, oh my gosh, you were talking shit about my kid, oh my god. Mm-mm-mm. Gotta go. But like, see, this is one of the products I got from TikTok. It's called like their energy toothpicks. Energy toothpicks, but I'm like, I don't think these work. But they have like 20 milligrams of caffeine in them. I don't know how they work. Yeah, have a good day, because I don't know. I like to be a good influencer and actually test the products that I'm supposed to advertise rather than lie to the people. But yeah, this shit is about to storm for real. But the thing is, it'll be like storming over here, but then by my house, 30 minutes away, it's not even raining. Okay, bye.